Hi guys, welcome. We're at the Unity Boar Goat Farm with Mr. Owen Bartley, the perennial Denby champion for boar goats. So let us have a talk with and view his farm today. So Mr. Bartley, how are you today?
I'm a great man.
And who is this have in your hand with you?
3-star, 2 months old. He's going to be the next champion.
The next champion?
Yep.
If they put him on the ground, you can see him now. You can see the size of this animal.
Yeah. Show them the backside.
Oh, that's nice.
Look at that.
So as you know guys, the boar goats in Jamaica is used for, the main purpose is meat. It's a meat breed. And Mr. Bartley, I can say, does a great job in keeping his genetics up to standard. People might wonder what is his secret. I myself to wonder what is it that he does to keep the animals in such good body condition. I don't think it's just HiPro feed alone. I think he adds something else, probably love and passion and care. But also breeding selection is important. And that's what I want us to discuss today with Mr. Bartley. How is it that he keeps the animals in top shape and what is his breeding program like? So talk to us.
Well, basically keeping the animal in top shape is like, I would say the HiPro feed is part of it. I have some good air all round. They have the air all the time, And I think love and care. I just love my animal. It's like I have a relationship with them. I can just come and play with them, talk to them, and just feel relaxed,
I think Mr. Maki loves animals so much that he even name each and every one. So let us look at the names and you can point us out. Who we have here, Mr. Maki? Who is this? Who are these two boys fighting?
Two madman bumping heads. That's Dropsy, this one.
Dropsy.
He's one of the Archer line, the full 100. And I have him here probably about a year now. And then you have Cable over there.
Cable.
He's the junior grand champion for Denby 2019.
Oh, last year champion.
Yeah. They're a bit off now because they didn't eat their seeds, so food is not their main priority. It's ladies.
Ladies.
Yeah.
And who is this big fella in the middle of the pen?
Yeah, this is Striker.
Striker. Why you call him Striker?
Well, you know what? Marsha gave him the name. I was asking her why you call him Striker. I never see him work. So, but because he was so long and the length of him, maybe that's why she gave him the name Striker. But it's fitting because he's a fast-serving boy. He's proving his name right now.
His name as a Striker. Can you give us like an estimated weight of this animal?
Well, right now, I know the last time I weighed him when he was under one. He weighed 210 for them.
210?
Yeah. Pounds. So I'm looking at he's up to 300 at the moment. 300. Wow. Yeah. I was saying that if I was going Denby this year, I want to carry them to 320. That's the weight I would go.
So guys, you see we have goats actually meeting the weight requirements of probably pigs. Is that right? Because pigs are about 110. So we have goats meeting that. And how old is this animal?
2 years old on the 25th of this month.
2 years old. I see our next big boy that I really like to show.
Yeah, that's Sam.
Alright guys, Mr. Maki introduce you to Sam.
This is Sam, son of Phantom.
Oh.
And Sam wait. Sam was born here and then was sold at 6 months.
Sold at 6 months.
To a farmer in St. Elizabeth, Sean McLeish. Eventually, Sam turned up back home.
Returned home. And that's a good program. I believe program that is really good.
Prodigal son.
The prodigal son has returned.
He's very, they take good care of him and all of that. So he's back here. And, I want to get to because his dad no longer here. And Sam is the full brother. Sam is the full brother of Cable.
Full brother, okay.
He's a champion, so they're the same mom, same dad. Yeah, so he's the full brother, and he's a very nice boy.
Guys, let us look at some of the key features of a boar. One is the horn, comes right over the ears and comes down. But important in selecting a breed goat, I think that Mr. Bartley look for is the breast muscles. Yeah. The breast muscles, the width of the breast muscles kind of tell you how much meat composition the animal will put on his later life. Yeah. So I think that is important that we look at, and then the back line is also important.
Yeah.
We also look at the testicles, ensure the testicles are not split, they're even, And that's a part of how we select animals that we use as replacement stocks. Carrying on. So let us give a smaller tour of Mr. Bartley farm, because I want to guys show you some key things which is important in nutrition.
Sorry.
Your hay feeder. You know, your animals should have access to fresh forages, and it's how you feed them. I think this hay feeder is pretty well built. The animals can pull from small spaces here and consume what they want. This can improve dry matter intake once you have your feeding system in place. A next feature that Mr. Bartley have that I think improve his weight gains is his creeper pen system. A creeper pen system is just like what we have in pigs, where you have a section where the little ones can run around, get access to feed for themselves. But in this case, we have probably an orphan kid, and him have him in the creeper section, and it's just like a little baby. We feed, bottle feed, give pellets, and we treat them with care. This system has been proven to improve the average daily gain of animals because the animals can consume the feed that they want without, you know, in fuss or in a competition with everybody. So let us tour and just, you know, continue touring.
Okay.
So other from the Boer goats, Mr. Bartley also have Nubians. And the Nubians in Jamaica is a dual purpose goat, both for meat and milk. Oh, the big boy. Let us look. Nubians. Nubians are a bit different. Smaller body frame animal with long legs, longer ears, but they're a dual purpose goat, both for milk and meat. And speaking of milk, there's a potential producer here who I want to introduce to HiPro. This is Mr. Ray Hammond from Cabra Ranch, and you guys know him. He does the live, and I think we should talk to him a little bit about why is that he wants to go in milk production. Why is it that, you know, his vision is not only meat but also adding value to his operation by going into milk goats.
So
there
my partner Trudy, she's all about milk products, goat milk products. Whether it's the lotion, the soap, detergent, all that stuff. We have a line in the US that we did. So that's how we actually got into the goat business, because we wanted to make our own milk for our goat milk products. So the objective is to actually get to a nice line of animals that produce a lot of milk.
And you plan to add this added value milk product that you want to do into the US?
Oh yeah, if we can get the product from here back into the US, it will be ideal.
Alright guys, you see that? The potential of exporting value added products to the Caribbean and to the US is right here in Jamaica. So we just have to tap into this type of technology. And I believe Cabra Ranch really has positioned themselves, because Cabra Ranch is probably one of the only farms that I've been to in Jamaica that their theme is about ecotourism.
Yes.
It's not about a commercial type of setting like this, but it's more aesthetic value, adding value to them environment, using silvipastoral system, ergonomic practices. So I think you guys should check over by Cabra Ranch page, look at what they're doing, and think about a different way of what we call small ruminant rearing.
Exactly.
What's the name of the product that you guys have though?
We have the brand of the goat milk product is 1111 Spa.
Our 1111 Spa. So you guys check out Cabra Ranch page on IG and look at what they're doing. So let us look now at some females. So this still good?
Great.
Alright, look at this guys. We're talking about quality female stock. This is what they should look like. Mr. Bartley, come tell us about these females that you have here.
Well, these females are my pride and joy. At the moment, I'm not selling females because I'm building. I'm basically building my stock to a number, which I won't say yet. But that's why I'm keeping all these females and selecting. So these are selected
females.
Yeah.
And so this will probably add as part of your replacement stock.
Yes. Replacements I'm building stock, growth. Because I need to be a certain numbers.
I get you. Let me bring up a feature. I used to work at Bodle's Research Station. Now I'm with HiPro, and I can say that Bodle's has positioned themselves some way to also assist farmers with getting quality genetic stock. Mr. Bartley has been a part of that, where probably a couple of years ago, we talked to Bodle's and we plan to do that even now to see how we can develop the government nucleus herd. So Mr. Bartley actually have some females that was brought in from Bodle's, And he's proud to say that the animals actually gave him good quality offsprings. I can say that most of the animals from Bodus came from a project probably in 2010, and they came from Canadian and Australian bloodline. So this is one of the animals from the Bodus stock. Tired.
And that's one of the offspring here.
And
beautiful girl, eh?
so you can see what Mr. Bartley do. Mr. Bartley really selects some of the best quality animals across the islands from top breeders that we have in the island, like Oral Senior and Dr. Graham, Archer, and we now have Mackie kind of leading the way with boar genetics. And as the HiPro team, we really plan to carry his genetics to the next level, and that's one of our secrets.
See, some of them are the secret.
No, you guys meet Trudy. Ray was talking about his partner. His partner is Trudy, another woman in agriculture.
Nice to meet
Probably
you.
one of my next features for our vlog.
Absolutely,
She's doing great
would
work.
love to.
Alright, these are all my sexy girls. Come. Apple, come on. You see Apple, my sister, Julie, look. That's Apple, my sister, yeah. Yeah? Yeah, she is. Okay, this is Supergirl. Right here.
How do you know them different?
Same question I asked. You know everybody by their name.
No, but no, Justin asks a valuable question. Animal identification. If you look at the animals on the left side, they have a tag. You can get from the HiPro A store. You can buy the applicator and tag, and you can tag the animals. Let me run for that.
And what's her name? Supergirl?
Supergirl.
Okay.
She's my 65-pound baby. Hello.
That's the one that we in that 65 pounds.
So what is this section for?
That's the creeper pen.
Okay.
So when the mom is in here, give them a chance to go in where the mom can reach.
Oh.
So they go in there. They have free choice feed.
Okay.
Nothing down now because they're big.
They're big girls
and
now.
Babies.
Okay.
So I just feed them in that box. And they have the A right round.
Alright.
And they go through. So I can let them out there and see what they do. You can video them running up and down.
Sure.
So come go there. Open that there. Push it down, right? Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
No?
Hello. Are you guys afraid of me? Goats on the loose.
So, Justin asks a good question. How that you identify your animals at the HiPro A store? You have your tags. And your tag applicator.
Okay. And what's apart from just identification, what's other purpose does it
Just
serve?
for record keeping. You
Okay.
to identify your animals anytime you probably sell one, you need to know which number got sold. You probably did. Dr. McHugh will tell you about like when he's doing this vaccination or deworming, how important the animal ID is in your recording.
Okay.
So let me call Dr. McHugh, make him tell you a little bit more. Doc.
Hello, Doc.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Unity again. So
we're pretty much going to talk about two aspects of herd health. So one, very critical component of herd health for goats is vaccinating your animals. And we vaccinate against specific diseases, especially those of the Clostridial family. I know it's a word that may need you to work the tongue a little bit, but if you can't remember anything, just remember two diseases. One is tetanus and the other is blackleg. Alright, and yes, so your ruminants, your small ruminants are susceptible and vulnerable to those groups of organisms. So here is a packet of Covaxin 8, so produced by MSD. So Covaxin 8, as the number implies, protects you from at least minimum 8 pathogens. We're talking blackleg, tetanus, goats may have red water, also sudden death. That's a crucial one, especially when it comes to sheep and goat. Especially when you starve them for a while and you just introduce the feed to them suddenly and they engorge or they overeat and pretty much have a disruption in the microflora of the rumen or the GI environment, and then the animals pretty much have a out of whack situation where they can die suddenly without displaying symptoms of illness or mild or brief signs of illness. They'll die suddenly. So vaccination is key. So you need to vaccinate all animals. You need to vaccinate your adults and you need to vaccinate your young animals. So we advocate and we do advise, simple terminology, prevention is better than cure. You want to vaccinate your breeding animals at least yearly with Covaxin 8, or if you have Covaxin Plus. And you need to vaccinate your young animals, your young stock, recommended at least 3 months of age. You can vaccinate them. And again, this is done. The reason for vaccinating your young stock is because you want to capture that period when the antibodies from the mom obtained in the milk is decreasing, so you can have protection against possible insults caused by these various pathogens. So that's Covaxin 8 for you, available at HiPro Ace Super Center, the veterinary pharmacy. Of course, you'll need a veterinary prescription. So we have 3 vets on staff island-wide, and you can contact HiPro Ace. Just drop us a message on Instagram if you would like to inquire further information. The next critical component of herd health is deworming. And if I should rephrase that, that's pretty much having a worming strategy. Yeah, so we're gonna take a walk down while we talk. So having a worm strategy involves pretty much reducing your herd to minimal worm egg exposure as possible. So here at Unity we have slatted floors. So you can see there's adequate space between the boards where the feces can fall through. They don't stay here. So with this kind of system, the animals are less exposed to worm eggs. You can come with me. So that's part of the strategy, having a slatted floor. If you have a partial system or a
we have a little family coming here.
Right, so we get those lovely interruptions from time to time. Yeah, so they're coming around to their pens. Come guys, come on.
Inside.
In, come on. Okay.
Guys, come meet Miss Marshally, the female on the farm that has the female touch. All the special food and so later you get is from Miss Marshally. So tell us about yourself a little bit, what you do for a living, other from goat rearing.
They need their spotlights.
Okay, so my name is Marshally, and yes, I'm a part of Unity, Goat Farm. I do everything here. Outside of goat rearing, I'm a marketer, which I do by profession.
Okay.
So if you don't see me in farming, then you will see me in the media.
great. Back to Dr. Matthew. Come Matthew.
And I must add that Marshall plays a critical role in getting these animals that kickstart from the time they're born.
A little interruption here.
So Marshall's role is instrumental in what you see here, these lovely wiener animals, male and female. So yeah man, so the second aspect of herd health is your worm deworming strategy. So we spoke about having a static floor. So if you have a pasture as well, you may be the one who send your animals to graze every day, or you do a partial grazing system. In that event, you would need to have a proper pasture rotation system. But critical to that, you would need to apply your dewormers. So your dewormers, again, are available at HiPro Ace White Mass in Captain in the veterinary pharmacy. Some of them are prescription required, others are over the counter. The key to using dewormers, or a more scientific term is anthelmintics, is knowing how to use them, how to administer these dewormers. So here is one, for example, a prescription required product called Deworming. This one, don't mind the lovely Brahman on it. It can be used in small ruminants as well. So Deworming, for example, is used in the prevention of certain GI parasites, and it also assists with your external parasites like your lice and your ticks, but it assists. You have to still spray your animals to get rid of external parasites. Let's get out the way a little. Yeah man, so Deworming is an injectable which is done under the skin, and we can demonstrate that with probably an animal. So you come with me here. Whoops. So the way we, and this should be done with veterinary supervision, right? So first of all, you need to assess your deworming status or your worm burden. A very simple way to do that is using a Famacha chart. Pardon me, I do not have that with me right now, but pretty much the Famacha chart or the Famacha score pretty much gives you a color-coded idea as to your worm burden, specifically for your stomach worm. So you want to look at the mucous membranes of the animal, and you pretty much, if you can see how pink this one is, nice and pink, the mucous membranes of this animal. So pretty much this tells you that, okay, she has a very light or moderate worm burden, so she's okay, she could be considered okay. Alright, so if you're going to use a Deworming to combat what you suspect to be a heavy worm burden, if you have a pale mucous membrane, you would pretty much go anywhere in front of the shoulder and then administer. Alright, so yeah, so that's Deworming in a nutshell. So other dewormers are also Benvex, Valvazen, Levox, and so forth. But for your deworming, to administer the dewormers, please consult a veterinarian. Just to note that you can't solely rely on dewormers for worm prevention. You have to have other strategies as well. It's not about pumping drugs into the animal, because you have to worry about anthelmintic resistance. Alright? A wonderful product again is Ectoline. Super product. Your screw worm larvicidal product. So this wonderful product has a lovely grey coating, lot of volume as well, so it will last for a while, and it's used for cuts, prevention of fly strikes, and if you have maggot infestation, you simply apply it. One touch, two touch, and you repeat it the next day, and you pretty much kill the maggots, keep out the flies. If you have hoof problems as well, yeah, sure. And we're being interrupted by another superstar.
Baby!
Unity has a lot of superstars. Who is this, Marshall?
This is fine skin. 2
Fine.
pounds at birth.
2 pounds at birth.
Oh,
3 weeks old.
Oh, and eating up her
what
pellets.
is fine skin eating?
HiPro grains.
So to put that in context,
HiPro grains.
a goat usually is born at between 5 to 10 pounds. And she was born at 2 pounds, right? And she has been...
Triplets.
She
Oh,
just
she was
as far as about
triplets?
triplets. So
Oh, that's good.
she has been nursed by a Marshall.
Here her
Yeah,
siblings.
so her siblings are over there.
And that's her siblings.
Hold on,
Fine Skin has been really putting on the pounds, so to speak.
Oh, it's cute.
Alright. Alright, so we spoke about screwworm and your hoof rot situation. This can also help you in a hoof rot situation, your ectoline spray.
Alright guys, now we're gonna make a comparison. You guys know, you guys watch the vlogs. We have a comparison to be made. HiPro provides a free choice mineral. We have two varieties. We have the grains, we have the granular version. So this is your mineral feeder. A 3-inch PVC black, and you throw your mineral grains inside of it. But we also have the block version, the salt block. This is not from Wing Corp, it's actually from Ranch House. It's sold at the HiPro A store. And the animals can lick this. I promote this for farmers who are introducing themselves to our free choice minerals, who might not have a lovely establishment like this, because the minerals, if moisture gets inside of it, it becomes hard, just like a rock. So I would prefer farmers with outdoor settings to use the mineral block. And we're about to eat some lunch because we're hungry now. I think we should, close off. But let us first just say hello to our supervisor, Dr. Mato. And
I'm Fine Skin.
Pick up the staff.
no doubt,
Things happen.
the staff, what is he doing there? He's milking.
For Fine Skin.
Oh, so it's
Oh, Fine Skin drinks fresh milk.
fresh milks, yes.
Okay.
Oh, amazing.
Right. Okay.
I think you need to highlight this modified version of the creeper here. You mentioned that one, but this is another one. The animals can escape.
This is the next modified creeper version, if you realize. The creeper pen is right in front of the feeding troughs for the small animals to come and consume the grains and feed. As I say, I recommend this system for all farmers. If you're really looking for meat production to improve that average daily gain that you need, a creeper system is a good thing to put in place. Let us just let Dr. Moto close us off. Hi, Dr. Moto.
Hi, Doc.
We're about to close off the live. We just
What
want
are you
to
doing
just
in here?
tell the audience hi and bye.
Hi and bye. See you next time.
Oh, look, it's Fine Skin.
Awesome work, Khalid. Awesome. And just and Dr.
Khalil. And we're out. Bye. Thanks for coming.
Bye, guys.